Fog like this reminds me of Vietnam. Never fully shook that feeling of not being able to see what's coming. Been a while since we talked, Bruce. Heard you had a rough few months with Gotham's criminal element. How's the city holding up? I passed through on the highway and it looked quieter than usual. That either means things are good or something worse is coming.
With Gotham, it's always the second option. Good to see you, John. You look like you've been in the field recently. Fresh cuts on your forearms, mud on your boots that doesn't match anything near the city. Wherever you were, it wasn't safe. I chose the docks because we needed somewhere without cameras or civilians nearby for this conversation. What we're discussing can't have witnesses.
You always notice everything. Yeah, I was in the jungle 3 weeks ago tracking something. Lost 2 good men, experienced soldiers who didn't make mistakes. Whatever killed them was patient, skilled, and took trophies. Skulls and spines, Bruce. Left behind deliberately like a message. I've been hunting things my whole life, and I've never felt hunted back until those 3 weeks. That's why I came to you.
I've been tracking similar reports from jungles across 4 continents. Kills that match no known human or animal pattern. The victims are always capable fighters, never civilians. Whatever is doing this selects prey based on ability and challenge. It's called a predator, an alien hunter that visits Earth for sport. Advanced cloaking technology, thermal vision, shoulder-mounted plasma cannon, and wrist blades that cut through most metals. It hunts the most dangerous targets it can find.
An alien that hunts humans for sport and only targets capable fighters. That explains why it took my men and left the support staff unharmed. So it has a code of some kind, rules about what qualifies as worthy prey. That's useful. Every hunter has patterns whether they know it or not. What do we actually know about how it operates? How long does it stay in one area before moving on to new hunting grounds?
It operates on a specific timeline tied to its home planet's climate cycle. It can only hunt effectively in extreme heat. Gotham's summer temperatures are approaching its preferred range, which means one is likely already here scouting. My contingency involves using that thermal dependency against it. The plan centers on environmental manipulation, dropping the temperature in targeted areas using modified freeze technology from Mr. Freeze's confiscated equipment. Cold weather degrades its vision systems and slows its reaction time significantly.
Cold weather as a weapon. That's smart if you can actually control the temperature across a large enough area. But this thing has advanced alien technology we can't fully account for. It might have solutions for cold environments we haven't considered. In the jungle, I learned that any plan that relies on one element fails when that element gets taken away. We need something that works even if the cold approach doesn't slow it down enough.
The temperature drop is the first layer, not the only layer. Layer 2 involves disrupting its cloaking technology. I've analyzed residual energy signatures from previous predator encounters recorded in military files. Their cloaking emits a specific ultraviolet frequency that's invisible to human eyes but detectable with modified equipment. I've built UV detection lenses into new CAL upgrades. Once visible, its tactical advantage drops significantly. A hunter that can't hide becomes the hunted.
Making it visible is critical. Invisible enemies are impossible to fight effectively. I learned that lesson the hard way multiple times. But even visible, this thing is physically superior to any human fighter. Plasma cannon alone makes direct confrontation suicidal without serious cover. We need to control where the fight happens, draw it into terrain that neutralizes its ranged weapons and forces close quarters engagement, where its technology matters less than experience and adaptability.
Let's get Robin's input.
The predator only hunts targets it considers worthy opponents. That's not just preference, that's pride. It needs the hunt to mean something. If we can make it believe it's already won, that it's the superior hunter and we're finished, it might lower its guard before the killing blow. Every predator, human or alien, gets careless when they think the hunt is over. That moment of celebration before the kill is the most dangerous time for the hunter, not the prey.
Smart kid. I've used that exact psychology against enemy soldiers in the field. People get sloppy the moment they think they've won. You fake defeat, play wounded, let them come to you instead of chasing them. With this predator, we stage a scenario where it believes it's cornered us. Draw it into Batman's cold zone while it thinks we're running scared. Flip the entire dynamic from being hunted to setting the trap.
The staged retreat works perfectly with the environmental setup. I've identified an abandoned industrial complex near the waterfront with multiple levels and confined corridors. The freeze equipment gets installed throughout the building beforehand. We lead the predator inside using thermal signatures it can track, then activate the temperature drop once it's committed to the building. Corridors neutralize the plasma cannon by limiting line of sight. Cold disrupts its vision, and then we're fighting on our terms.
Confined spaces change everything in a fight. Its size becomes a disadvantage in tight corridors. The plasma cannon becomes risky to fire when everything is close together. But we need to account for those wrist blades. Close quarters means we're within range of the most dangerous weapon it carries. I can rig the corridors with wire traps and pressure plates. Old jungle tactics adapted for industrial environment. Slow it down, channel it toward specific kill zones.
Master Bruce, I've been listening with considerable concern. You're planning to deliberately attract an alien hunter into an urban location near Gotham's waterfront. The docks area has late night workers, fishermen, and civilians nearby. If this predator escapes your industrial building or the plan fails at any stage, civilians are directly in the line of fire. Have you established a proper evacuation protocol for the surrounding area before attempting this engagement?
Already handled, Alfred. I've coordinated with Gordon to run a gas leak evacuation drill in that waterfront district tomorrow night. Civilians clear the area without knowing the real reason. Gordon doesn't know the full situation either, just that the area needs clearing. The industrial building itself has been empty for 2 years. Once civilians are out, the engagement zone is clean and contained. Your concern is always appreciated and always factored in before I move forward.
Good planning covers the people who can't protect themselves. That's the difference between soldiers and killers. We protect civilians even when they don't know we're doing it. So the plan is solid. Cold environment, UV detection, staged retreat, confined corridors, wire traps, and civilian evacuation. When this predator follows us into that building, it walks into the most prepared hunting ground it's ever encountered. It came to Earth looking for a worthy hunt. We're going to give it one it wasn't expecting.